All right, guys, so we are live. Before I tried to actually go live last time, and the audio was not coming through, and so I just wanted to make sure that you guys were able to hear what I was saying. But we are 50 weeks down, and I'm just super pumped because it's been a long process. It's been a long journey, and we are so close to hitting 100,000. Literally, we are 10,000 away from hitting $100,000, and so it is just absolutely amazing. And it's really cool to know that we were able to do this completely hands off. Now, some people may say, "Hey, Tobias, it took you too long to hit $100,000 in sales with Amazon e-commerce," but I personally don't think so. And I'm also very, very impressed by what my team is doing right now, today, and every day that I've been with this current service provider. So before we were with a prior service provider and they did not follow everything they were supposed to do. The person who referred me to the company, he wanted to provide, the best service to everyone that he brought in, because they had a partnership to get a certain level of quality of service. And they did not follow through with all their promises, and it was contractual. So, with all that being said, literally they went out, they figured out things weren't working the way they wanted them to. They weren't hitting all the numbers in the certain amount of time that they want to, or the quality was not as high as they would like. So, they dropped like over $1 million to set up their own automation e-commerce team and store. And so with all that being said, they literally have set up a team that can respond super quick to any customer service questions because they have them running in a CRM, which is just amazing. So I want to get to the answer about last week, why they took off 150 items from my store. And literally, I'm going to scroll through the messages, but literally this is what happened. I sent a text out, and I'll read what I said, and then I will I will literally read what they said back on why they took out 150 items from my store. And so, yeah. Hold on one second. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it, guys. Gosh. It's like way up here. Okay. There we go. There we go. That's not it. But anyways, yeah. So last week, literally, they took care of me. They told me exactly what was going on, and I know it's taken me a minute to find it, but here it is. I said, "Good evening, team. I just had a quick question about why there were 150 items deleted from my Amazon store this past week. Just wondering what is happening with the store. I appreciate all your hard work and dedication to all of our stores, because there's a group of us that have stores and they're doing an amazing job. I cannot stress that enough. I said, especially through these very difficult times. I cannot say it enough, but thank you so much. Very respectfully, Tobias." And so the reason why I like to send emails like that is because it is very, very important to be respectful to the people who are taking care of you. I just didn't understand what was going on. There's no need for me to get frustrated, upset, and mad like people do all the time, and they have reasons to. My last team, my last service providers, it took them a long time to get back to me. This took an hour and 29 minutes for them to get back to me. And what they said was, "Hi, Tobias, good day. Those items are out of stock, and it's been 2 to 3 months that are not available in your vendor company. So we need to delete them to avoid order defect rate. Don't worry, we will add more listings today." And they literally added 50 more items that day when they said that. I said, "Thank you so much." And then my VA's name, which I'm not going to disclose. But I just wanted to show you that, yes, they will respond. My last service provider, which we had from July all the way until the end of December, and then we got suspended for a month. And then we picked up with this team that we have now, January, midway through, almost towards the end of January. That's when we got out of suspension. So it was there was a big process there. And the cool part about it is the company now has actually filed a lawsuit against the old prior service provider that we were using, because they didn't, they didn't hold themselves up to the highest quality like they said they would. And so with that, the lawsuit's undergoing, and we should all get some money back, at least some, to mitigate some of the loss from the first 6 months, or longer for other people that got started earlier. But with the other service provider I had, literally they would not respond for like 2 to 3 days, sometimes a week time. And they would always say, hey, everything's going well. They want to explain nothing. They didn't send out reports every month like I get from this team. They don't have an easy way to contact them and have them change different things. Like literally last week, I just changed my cashback company to Ernie. Ernie.co, I think is what it is. They're really good. They got a lot of cashback options from multiple different people. I use it personally. But I also wanted to get some cash back from the company that I go through. So I'm going to show you real quick what we've done from the past 50 weeks. Just so you know, you guys get eyes on for yourself. There we go. Yeah, it's nice to have my my camera auto focusing again, properly at least. So what that said was 1,142 items were sold and actually went to the customers. Okay. The second thing, units ordered, is 1,378. That's the total amount of items I've sold altogether. You minus that from the total ordered items, you get the amount that were returned, which is 256 or no 36 items. Ordered product sales, which is our total gross sales, everything we've sold from the from our business, and this is not counting the return item. So $90,058. Average units per order item is 1.21, which means we sell on average 1.21 items, not 2 items per time. We sell 1.21 from our total time in Amazon. $78.86 is literally the thing that we average from every sale. Lately, we've been selling a whole lot more. And so with that being said, you know, like I just wanted to show you that 90,000 was literally from the whole time, from July until June. Okay, it's almost July again. We're almost hitting 12 months. And the reason I'm not too worried is because I'm going to show you this real quick. This is going to be the year to date. So 90,000 was 12 months roughly, or 11 months and some change. But this is from when the new service providers took over. $74,040. Total sales, 90,000. Sales from the past 5 months, 74,000. I like my last 5 months compared to the first 6 months. And that's why I have no problem with my current service provider. I have no problem with how the automation journey has been going. One, we've made, if you take 10% of 90,000, we made $9,000. And then with some tax breaks that we got and everything, we were able to roll in a good amount, about $6,000 into our business. So $15,000 has been paid. We initially put down $20,000 to get started. And so we are very close to making all that back, which means once we pay all that back, we're going to literally make profit every single month that we have our store running. That profit will be able to be used for whatever we want. Whether we want to scale to 200,000 every month or 100,000 every month or whatever, right? We can use the money that we make on actually for ourselves, for whatever we want. And so with that being said, like literally our service provider, they offer a virtual assistant team that takes care of everything, adding stores to your product, literally responding to customers, which I've done before. Horrible. Never want to do it again. Takes so much time. Customers don't understand what you're saying. And it's just very frustrating, to be honest. For me, it's frustrating. I don't want to do it. It takes like 8 hours or more a day, especially if you're doing about 100 items a day in sales, which we have done. That was our $4,500 day. And yeah, it was no fun. I've ordered items too. That's no fun either, because now you got to go through, you got to find the products, you got to, you know, from the vendor company, you got to, it's a headache to say the least. And so them taking care of everything is just amazing. They do charge $30,000, but what they provide is so much more. Like literally, they set up your LLC for you. They get your resale licenses so you can sell in certain states without having to pay taxes. You collect taxes from your customer, and then they have a legal team in case your store gets suspended. But the biggest thing, right? The biggest thing they provide is a money back, a buyback option. So it's kind of like you get your money back, or at least a portion of it, from what you did not make in 365 days. Now there are fees and things that go along with it, but you have at least a peace of mind that you could get started. You could make 10 grand and be like, this isn't working for me. I'm not making money fast enough, which if you look at any other business model, 12 months to return your investment is insane. Franchises don't do that. Real estate, you need 30 years, sometimes 15 if you're lucky. A lot of other businesses, you need to put up a lot of capital, like $1 million or more, and then it takes years upon years to even cut a profit. And so this allows you to get your feet wet, get into it, grow a business, have it actually grow each and every year that you have it. Because if I'm selling 100,000 consistently online, literally I am going to be able to sell my store if I want to. At any point, I'm like, I just don't want to deal with this. I don't want to buy inventory, send it to customers. I just don't want to deal with it. I could sell my LLC and make a profit off of that business to be able to go towards something else, another business option, whatever. But you don't have that option if you don't have a store. And it feels really, really good to be able to know that I'm making some money off of the online presence of Amazon. They have over 50% of people online shop through Amazon. So like online sales, 50% or more, maybe a little bit. I think it's like 52% shop through Amazon. Like that's insane. And it's nice to be able to say that I have something that is completely passive running in the background for me while I can focus on other things that I actually want to do, giving me back my time and also making a nice amount of income each month that saves me from having to go out to a traditional job. So with that, I'm going to jump right into this as I always do. This month we've done very, very little in sales, but we've got a good amount today. Like I said, I'm not too worried. Also, I just want to let you guys know. So we did hit 37,000 and then we hit 20,000. And then I reached out to my team and I was like, hey, I really do not have that much funds right now. I'm in the process of getting more funds so that I can scale my business up to 100,000 in sales per month. So they've kind of toned back how much I'm selling so that we don't get into a place where I cannot make purchases on all the items that I'm selling. Also, one thing I want to go over, what we do is an FBM model, which is fulfillment by merchant. What does that mean? That means your service provider is the merchant. They are the ones who will fulfill your products. They have their own rights with certain products that they can sell, private label. And then they also do drop shipping, which if you listen to me, right? Drop shipping is not against terms of service. Now, drop shipping directly from a company store, like, I don't know, an online store like eBay or Target or whatever, right? If you shop from there and then you ship it directly to your customer, that's against their terms and services. Why? Because they literally are seeing the Target box or the Home Depot box or the eBay box, whatever it is, or bag. They're going to see that on the product that's supposed to be coming from Amazon. And so you can't do that. But what you can do is you can get items shipped to a warehouse, which our company has a warehouse of their own, repackaged, and then sent out to the customer's house, which is what happens, which is why we're able to profit, because it's very, very simple. And we don't have to keep a lot of inventory on hand. It's sent, it's repackaged, and then it's sent to the customer, you know? So, yes, we do both models. I know they're wanting to transition to fully fulfilled by merchant because it's more profitable. You make more than 10 to 20% profit margins. You make like 5 times as much. So it just makes more sense. You don't have to sell as much. You don't have to work as hard. and you make bigger profit margins. And so that's, I mean, what it's going towards. But with the drop shipping model, like I've been doing, it's been working great. Working great. We've been profiting every single month, and so I cannot complain. Once we scale it to 100,000 a month, you know, I'll have to decide whether I want to go to the fulfillment by merchant or stick with the drop shipping model. But either way, it's just very, very lucrative to be on Amazon. So this month, like I said, $6,073. I'll show you again. Yeah, that was weird. There you go. 765 in sales today. We are, I guess, down 2% from the last month, but that's fine. I'm going to go to our inventory items. Inventory items that are available to sell is, well, not available, all of them. Total inventory items, which I would show you, but I can't, because then you could literally grab those items, sell them for $1 or a penny less, and then compete with me, even though I'd probably still sell more. But, you know, that's besides the point. We have 748 items on or in our store that we can sell. The active ones currently is 473, which we were literally at 479 the last time I tried to shoot this video. But we've been selling like crazy, and so it's good. We're getting rid of products, and we are growing in our sales. So I'm just super pumped about it. So yes, what is one thing I would recommend to everyone getting started with an Amazon automated business? My one thing is to go into it and just do a lot of preparing and research as much as you can, of course, on what business model you want to go in. Whether it's fulfillment by Amazon, because everyone's like, oh, fulfillment by Amazon is a done deal. You can't get suspended. You can't have this. You can't have that. Is that accurate? I mean, you could still have issues. What if customers still complain? What if, you know, you aren't sending it out in time? You're still going to get a lot of complaints on Amazon, which is going to affect your store health. Other people will say that drop shipping is the best thing ever. It can be good, but if you aren't following the terms of service, you can get suspended and you can get shut down pretty quick. And then you only make a quick buck online. So my biggest advice would be to do something that is going to last long term. Because why get into something if you're only going to make a quick buck and it's not going to have a lasting impact? If I look at starting something, I want it to last 2 to 5 years down the road, at least, before I were to sell it or do anything else, right? This has the potential to do just that. And so I am pumped. I'm super, super excited about it, because we are at that point where we're going to start actually keeping all the money that we're making and not just throwing it into startup cost, you know, and so that's exciting. But once we get money to scale, and I want to take you guys on that journey with me, right? We're going to scale up to 100,000, and then from there, hopefully we can just keep scaling it up more and more until we get to a point where we're like, okay, that's good. Probably like right around 200,000 to 300,000 a month. And then, you know, and then from there, we'll just probably start up another store and then document that for my wife. Potentially, you know, we may not have a whole bunch of time to do that, but with all that, like, the biggest thing is to go with a trusted company. Go with the trusted company. You're never going to be able to Google search everything. You're never going to be able to find out everything. But I know for a fact that the company I'm with now cares about the good of their store owners. They literally will only do what's best for their store owners. You're not going to screw anyone over. They're literally paying back people money that did not, you know, make back all their money because they have a lawsuit, you know, in effect with the old company. They paid them back, and they just went their separate ways because they didn't want to harm or screw anyone over, you know? And so that's the hardest part. I know a lot of people get into Amazon automation or don't get into Amazon automation because they're worried that someone's just going to take their money and run. And it happens a lot. A lot of people will pay money in, they will purchase an automation store, and then nothing will happen for months. And then stuff will happen, and then they'll try to reach out to them. It will take days or weeks, and then finally someone gets back in touch, and then nothing changes, and it can be a very horrible process. And so I would love to help you, make it a little bit easier. If you have a chance and you do want to get started, reach out to me at facebook.com/tobias.johnson.716. I would love to chat. I'd love to talk to you and see how you can get started for $0 down, just like I did myself. If you want to talk on a video call, I'd love to talk to you there. Phone call or just message on Facebook. We can chat that way too. But I'd love to, get in conversation with you because I still think this is the best business to start now. Why? Because you are able to make an income and you're able to keep your time. It's 100% passive. Someone else runs it. You manage the money. You manage paying your taxes. You manage, all these things, but you're not having to do the main work. You don't have to do all the grunt stuff. You're just overseeing it. You pay your team 30% for running it every month, and then you keep 70. That's not a bad turnaround for someone else literally doing all the hard stuff. That being said, guys, I know we are going to hit 100,000 very, very soon. Hopefully it's in the next week. If not, it will be the week after that. I hope we do it before 12 months so that we can be like, yeah, we hit 100,000, even though most people are hitting 1 million on Amazon, which is cool. We all take our own time to grow our stores. Once I get my funding, I'll be able to scale it even more. And then, we'll be able to hopefully hit that 100,000 each month for a whole year. That's the goal. That's what I'm sticking to. And that's what we're going to achieve, potentially, But with all that, guys, I really do hope you took something away from this video, is that it does not matter how quick you scale. So many times people are like, oh, well, I'm going to get in, I'm going to scale in 6 months or to 9 months. I'm going to make 100,000 each month, which is going to put my store to about $500,000 within the first year. It doesn't always work like that. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes things come up. Sometimes Amazon suspends you. Sometimes Amazon will try to terminate you, like from your account ever being on their platform. Like there are so many things that can come up that is hard to say. It's not a one size fits all. Each store has different products. Different products will hit buy box at different times or are more profitable than other products. Like there are so many different variables that can happen with it. But if you're with a trusted team, you can have no doubt in your mind that they will take care of you. They will literally do all that they can to take care of you, and a responsive team that will get back to you when there are any issues. All right, guys, if you like this video, definitely drop a like down below. If you think someone else will find value from it, share it because it makes me smile like I am right now. As always, let's go out there. Let's revive our lives together. Let's get it done.